Hey guys, what's going on? We're here at the Rattlesnake Enduro at Cross Fork, PA, Quiet Oaks Campground. Third place on the day, Ricky Russell. Ricky, I got to watch you win the super test yesterday, and then you closed it out with a heater, and I'm talking about a heater. You came through at the end really fast. What was the motivation at the end?
Yeah, no, the super test was really cool, new event, and we all enjoyed that yesterday and kind of finished on a high note and came into today feeling confident. Started off just in the mix all day, kind of had one test I lost a good bit of time, and me and Ben and Grant were all within 10 seconds going to the last test, and I knew it was kind of all or nothing. I haven't been on the podium yet this year, and kind of just gave it my all. I got very sketchy a lot, and we were able to keep it on two wheels and win the last test and bring it in for third, so pretty happy with that.
Awesome. I see you riding the 450. I know you've been on it now for a little while. You got a little time on it. Was the 450 a better option here, or would a 250 have worked better here?
I just been a 450 rider for a long time now, and so I think it just suits my riding style better. This thing's really good, really controllable. It just really creates good traction. So this track was all rocking about having traction, so it suited the track conditions well. I just need to ride it a little bit better to compete with these guys.
Awesome. Who you want to thank for getting up here today?
I got to first thank Al and Melissa and the whole EE crew, Skippy for pit crew and working on my bikes through all day. That's been awesome, a lot of help. Just all my awesome sponsors, 6D, FXR, 9.2 goggles, just XC gear. The XC gear clamps are awesome, and just everyone who helps us out. Thank you. Pirelli tires, them guys, those things were hooking up good today, and they made the race what it was.
Awesome, guys. Ricky Russell, third overall today. All right, second overall today, we got Josh Toth. Josh, you didn't look like your normal self out there today. I know you took a big one in the second test of the weekend, and you took one yesterday. You started with a 10-second deficit going into the day. I thought you were just trying to give them a little head start, but you and Stu have now swapped first place each race, so 34 is the lucky number going into the next round. So how are we looking going into the next round, leaving this one? What did you save going into the next round from this one?
Yeah, no, it was just a very difficult weekend overall, very slick, and had a little bit of tip over yesterday, some issues, and got it straightened up for today, I figured. And Stu was just riding great, came out swinging, and beat us by a bunch in the first test we rode out on today. And test 3, I had just a huge crash and got tangled with the bike and my arm in the wheel and stuff, and yeah, it kind of set me back, and I was just beat up and kind of just cruised it in. And fortunately, I was able to kind of beat Ricky there, and he was coming for me. But yeah, just rest up and hit it hard these next few weeks racing, and come back to the next Enduro prepared.
Awesome. Well, I know the bike was working well when I saw you pass through. What do you go through whenever you come to a race like this? You know, we're going from one type of terrain to another when you come to a place that's real rocky like this, but today they had a lot of spots that wasn't rocky. Tire changing throughout the day, same thing. How do we do that?
Yeah, for this first test, it wasn't so rocky. It's kind of typical. We run like a 32 Pirelli rear, kind of a standard tire, and yeah, hooked up amazing, and it kind of made me second guess if I should switch tires after that one, but we ended up throwing the gummy tire on for the rest of the day, and yeah, it was amazing. The Pirelli tire's been great, and yeah, just the whole Kawasaki team, Red Bear, Rocky Mountain, I appreciate the support, and Banjo, my mechanic, for keeping me going. It's been good.
All right, is there anybody else you want to thank while you're up here? I know you got a lot of sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve Hatch, I've been working with recently, and yeah, just everyone who supports the team, Pirelli tires, ODI, Achurbis, Sipes for helping out, like I said, Banjo. And yeah, just everyone helps out. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Josh Toth, second on the day. This is getting old, Stu. Stu Baylor, first overall today. Lucky number 34. I know you're superstitious. I saw you up here all week long. You and Garrett were putting in the work. You were at John's. I know where you were. I know what you were doing. The fishing pole stayed here. Was that the key to success today?
Yeah, definitely. This is one of the tracks that I've always had a good place to go. John, who was the owner of Canyon, is always welcomed us over there, and spent a lot of time just playing with tires. You know, this is the first year on Pirellis for us, so ended up with a new front tire that I haven't run a whole lot. I really liked it, and then just kind of went away from it. But in the rocks, it handled very, very well, and I think that was the advantage that I needed today. Just seemed to read the track very well, and yeah, it was. I kept Garrett busy, but it was obviously well worth it in the end.
So I asked Josh, did you do multiple tire swaps today, or did you stick with the same thing, or just one tire change throughout the day?
I started with the normal tires that we usually race on for the rear, and then went to a gummy for the middle few, and then came back to that standard tire for the last test with the 32. So yeah, it just seemed to suit. Honestly, that tire was really, really impressive. Ricky and I were just talking about it, man. When it's been slick this year at any round, whether it's National Enduro or GNCC, I feel that we've got a clear advantage over the competition with that rear tire. It's just it's really impressive, honestly.
Nice. Typically, you run a trials tire here. No trials at all today?
Yeah, I ran the trials tire for the middle test, and then came back to the 32. But yeah, it was one of those things where it was a coin toss whether I was going to put the trials tire on. Man, that 32 just absorbs rocks very well.
Awesome job today. I know you got a lot of people you want to thank. Who we thanking today?
Yeah, definitely. The whole Rocky Mountain Red Bear Kawasaki team, Pirelli Tires, SOS, the Scholz MX, Yoshimura, Redline Oil, ODI, ASV, XC Gear, Cherbys, the whole team, the whole crew that put so much into this super test. I thought that was an awesome addition to the weekend. I think the fans enjoyed it, man. It was cool. It was unique, and obviously this venue suits very well. So thanks to the club members and National Enduro crew for putting that together. Good Lord for keeping me safe, and the guys that are still hanging around for the podium. Lance and Lisa for throwing up the extra, that's XC Gear, the snowboard that I missed by a second. So man, just chalk it up to another one that I missed by less than 10.
Awesome job today. Stu Baylor, your overall champion at the Rattlesnake Enduro. All right, here we are with our Pro 2 podium today. Third place on the day, Nicky D, Nick DeFeo. Nick, you started off, looked like you were riding really good, looked like you were having fun. I saw you take some good lines out there when I saw you pass by. Take us through your day today.
I had a good super test yesterday, and that was basically my highlight of this whole weekend. I got like 6th on the first test, and then 8th on the second test, and then something clicked that I needed to change something. So I basically just rode second gear limiter the rest of the day. That was about it.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't see a scoop tire in here. I know that's your go-to tire no matter what. No scoop today.
We had the gummy tire on for the most of the day, and then Trent didn't have one mounted for the last test, but it was probably for the better.
Well, I know you got a lot of people you want to thank. Who you want to thank for being up here today?
The Red Bear Rocky Mountain ATV MC team, my mechanic Trent, Pirelli, SOS, the Scholz, Yoshimura, Cherbys, XC Gear, ASV levers, ODI bars, and yeah, and Shelby helmets, Helmet House, Alpine Star boots, Scott goggles, and Mobius braces.
Awesome job today. Nick DeFeo, third, Pro 2. All right, second on the day, we got Jack Walker on the factory beta. Jack, you were riding really well today, and I think Thorn just kind of does what Thorn does in Cross Fork, Pennsylvania. I know you're riding good. Was there anything that changed in your day today that got you on the second place step?
Test 5, I tried something different, and it wasn't the move. I went back test 6, but test 6 I just made way too many mistakes and just lost even more time. But me and him were pretty back and forth all day. We were really, really close in times all day until those last 2 tests.
All right, how about you for tire selection? That's been the conversation. Did you run the same thing all day? Did you make any tire changes, anything like that?
I ran the same tire all day, and then test 5 I tried a gummy, which wasn't what I was looking for, so I went back to the Bridgestone X20 on the rear and the 59 on the front.
Awesome job. Who you want to thank for getting you up here today?
Beta USA, Bridgestone tires, Liquid Moly, Mika Metals, FXR, Rye helmets, EKS goggles, Danny, Kai, my mom, my dad, and everyone that supports me. Thanks.
Awesome job today. Jack Walker, second place, Pro 2. Thorn Devlin, my old friend. Like a homecoming. You come here, figure it out, put it together. You showed up on a 2-smoke today. Tell us why you chose a 2-stroke and how did that help you get to top step today?
Yeah, I was actually running the 300 XCW Hard Enduro Edition today. Just running a little bit, cut down the XCW silencer a little bit, have some head work done, the TSP ECU done. So bike was running really good. I struggled a little bit yesterday. Ran the EN91 EX all day long today, and the 53 front. So that was the ticket for me, and I really enjoyed it. I always enjoy this place. It takes a certain way to ride it, a certain type of style, and yeah, you just got to ride the rear of the bike. But I had a good day. I didn't check times at all. I still don't even know. I know I won, right? But I didn't look at times yet. So be excited to look at that on the ride home. But I'm just super happy to be here and be back, especially on the top step.
Awesome. Well, I'll give you a spoiler alert. It was over a minute.
Sick.
So you can look at that and see. I'm just going to tell you it was over a minute. It's good to have you back. Are we going to see you at some more rounds, or it's just that in your backyard you decided to come?
Yeah, it's kind of backyard right now. I'd love to do every round if I could. It's just the budget's tight, especially with ISD in a month. So trying to stay healthy and just trying to win them when I can, you know, and get to them when I can. So it's busy. Back to work on Monday, and yeah, life's good.
All right, I know you got somebody's helping you get here because you can't do this by yourself. So who we got in the corner?
No, I am doing it by myself, but yeah, me. Fegley Oil, he's my employer, but also a good supporter of mine, LPS, and my dad was here today. It was really awesome to have him back out. My girlfriend Alex, my buddy Brian, my little brother Wyatt, and Corell. So it was super cool to have everybody out here, and just like old times. We even got a flat on the old Chase vehicle today, so we were swapping that on the bridge. Well, it was a good day, man. It's just back to racing with the fam, and life's good.
Awesome, guys. Thorn Devlin, Pro 2 champion today. Here we are with our women's elite from Cross Fork, Pennsylvania, the Rattlesnake Enduro. Third on the day is series defending champion Rachel Archer. Today was not your day out there. Bike setup, something was going on. You wasn't your normal self. Tell us about it.
I always sort of struggle at this place. I got 4th here last year. Rode decent in the super test yesterday, and then this morning I tucked the front just before we went in the woods in the first test, and then I sent it and was a couple seconds off Shelby. And then test 2, I tried to take a hotline around a lapper, and well, there's not a good idea. Hit a big log in the brush and like ate shit pretty hard. And after that I was just riding a little timid, I guess. 5 I struggled, and then 6 I had another real big crash, and yeah, my throttle tube was all twisted up and just wasn't the best day for me.
Still twisted.
Yeah.
So when you talk about going around somebody or making a hotline, it's very sketchy to do that here. As everybody that's ever raced here knows that this is pretty much a one-line track here. Talk about that and making your decisions whenever you in the mix of everything going down the trail. When you're thinking about that, do you think twice?
Yeah, like it was a bit of a risk, but like I sort of got pushed out of the main line, and then I was in a position where I just had to go straight to get back on the main track. So I just tried to bush bash through, but there ended up being a big log on an angle, and I didn't see it and just tucked the front and fell onto the main trail, and then the rider behind me clipped my helmet with his foot peg. So I'd say I was pretty lucky to get away from that one.
Awesome. Well, I know you got a lot of people you want to thank going forward. Who we thanking today?
Massive thanks to my mechanic Trent and everyone that helped me out today, the whole Red Bear, Rocky Mountain, Kawasaki team, Redline Oil, Pirelli tires, the Shoals MX, Yoshimura, Shelby's, XC gear, ASV levers, ODI, and SOS, and then helmet house and viral goggles.
All right, Rachel Archer, third today, women's elite. Moving on over, Shelby Turner, second today at the Rattlesnake. I was watching you today. I was out there videoing, and you looked really good, and I had to check my phone, and I said, she's close. And you were, and you won that test. The next time I did the same thing, you won that test. You won a couple of tests on a day, and you were there, and you put yourself in second. Are we happy with the results today and the bike?
Yeah, I'm super happy with the results today. Rachel and Rachel are going so fast. Last year I didn't really have anything for them at all. And it's just really good to see, you know, the improvements with my bike, the improvements with myself, and we're getting there. We're making gains. I'm winning some tests. You know, it's the little things, and I feel like I put together a really solid ride today. I made a poor tire decision on test 2. I should have rode something a little gummier than what it was, but we all had mistakes today, and you know, I just had an awesome time. This place is sweet. It was definitely nasty out there with the rain and all the rocks, but it was a lot of fun. We all had our moments today, but all in all, it was an awesome day for me, and I was just riding and clicking off my turns and just making sure I was just smooth and solid all day long, and that's what we did. And it was really close between me and Rachel. We were battling, and we really didn't know who had it until we came in at the end, because we both weren't happy with how our test 6 went. So just stoked to be up here, and you know, riding against these girls is awesome. They're some of the best in the world at this enduro, and it's just awesome to be battling with them and up here smiling and laughing with the girls all day.
Awesome. Well, don't take yourself out of the mix of being one of the best in the world, because you are. Other than that, you already said about the tire change. You made a poor decision on that tire. Was that the only tire change you made today?
I changed my tire to a gummy tire for 5, but I should have done it in 2 as well. But I just kept the MX32 Pirelli on all the rest of the day, and I think it paid off, especially in 4. I think I won that test, and I had a blast in it. And you know, it's so hard. There's so much time to think about what you can do, and there's always second guessing. But all in all, I think I had a solid day, and just, you know, we're just working to get to the top step, but we'll get there.
Awesome job. Who would you like to thank for getting you up here today?
Yeah, I just want to thank Skippy, the mechanic today. He was awesome. It's great to have him on board, and you know, the entire Enduro Engineering Gas race team. Shout out to Ricky. He's always helped me out, and you know, Al and Melissa. They've been awesome. So shout out to them. And you know, Gas. My motorcycle's been running awesome this year. FXR, Pirelli, 60 helmets, DA8 training. And everybody back home in Canada who's always rooting for me, thanks to all of them, and just excited for more.
Awesome. Thank you, Shelby Turner, second on the day, women's elite. Well, today was the Rachel G show. Rachel, you rode phenomenal all day. I didn't look to see, I know for sure you didn't win 2 of the tests, but you may have won the rest of them. I don't know. I didn't really dig into it, but I know one thing. You look like you're fighting for a championship. Is that in the process of thoughts at this moment?
Well, you don't want to be thinking about anything while you're out there except riding your dirt bike. If you're thinking about anything besides that, you're doing it wrong. But yeah, I unfortunately won't be able to make lead belt after all. Enduro GP decided to schedule something back over the top of it, so it looks like I'm out there fighting for a championship, because I'm fighting for my life right now. I have to win the next 3, or this one, and then the next 2, or I don't make it based on the points math. So yeah, tall order. These girls are fast, but I'm going to do the best I can with it.
Well, would you put this on your schedule for next year as a priority?
As much as I can, yeah. Like, of all the racing in the U.S., National Enduro definitely ranks near the top of my favorites list. It's more a matter of what these guys want me to do. I had a bit of leeway with my choices this year. It was just Enduro GP that I was required to do, and that's only 4 races. So the rest of it I was sort of allowed to pick and choose, and the fact I'm here shows how much I enjoy it.
So how about you with tires today? That was the big thing. You know, everybody comes to Cross Fork and they decide, oh, I'm going to run this tire, I'm going to run that tire, but this section I'm going to run that tire. Did that play out for you as well, or did you just stick to what you know and run it?
I basically run a full gummy ecology tire everywhere I ride, and I did the same here, and it worked out pretty well. On the 2-stroke, I run into a lot of wheel spin issues, so something with a flat knob profile that's really soft hooks up better for me. I ran that in the grass track cross test. I run it at the Sprint Enduros. I run it here. It works. I don't like to, like we said, I don't like to think too much. So the less thinking I do, the better.
So something predictable.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome job today. Who would you like to thank for getting you up here today?
So first, before I get into the sponsors, there's some individual people I want to thank. I want to thank A.W. DeMarot for letting me come and test at his house yesterday and the day before, get the suspension all dialed in. And then I want to thank, I don't know who he is, but one of the A riders in Test 6 picked my bike up off me. I was underneath it and pretty twisted up in a bad way. I think if I'd laid there too much longer, I would have dropped the bike and probably done a knee. So like, I'm very grateful to whoever he is. Like, A rider who's on like row 16, like, please come make yourself known. I would love to thank you in person. But other than that, I just, thank my sponsors, my dad. So Riehu USA, Riehu Spain, Arai, 92 Wheelworks, XC Gear, HB Motographics, Intech, and then, everybody who helps get me up here.
Awesome job. Rachel Goodish, Women's Elite overall winner.